We are one day away from the last day of HD Awareness Month, and Katrina and I decided that we would come on and do this last video besides our last video, our second to last video. And I don't even know what we are going to fully talk about in these next couple minutes because sometimes we just speak from what's inside of us and our hearts. I'll start, Katrina, and then you can cut in. I feel like HD Awareness Month is just 1 month, and we have to have awareness all year long to really get the word out about HD. And I think we bring subjects like hypersexuality, suicide, perseveration, psychosis, cognition. We're not just a movement disorder, all these things that are so important. But I think really we just need people to know we're here, especially for the general public. Everyone's doing having their own lives and doing their own things, but at least just knowing HD is real, HD exists, and to have empathy, even if you don't know all the ins and outs, that there is a family struggling with this horrific disease, and just know that we exist.
Absolutely. I think there's two different ways in May that we focus on, right? So we have the general public, the general population who maybe you've heard of it in science class, but not really, who we want to bring more awareness to. Shout out to Vicki Owen with our LEAP program, but that's part of it, right? Spreading awareness to people who have never heard of it. And then there's our community. And I say our, obviously, because Katie and I are both directly impacted by HD. And I think it's been important to us to spread awareness to the community, but not necessarily, oh, you don't know. No, it's more of let's get everybody together with that whole relatability factor of, oh my gosh, I'm not alone in this. I'm not struggling through this very weird world right now. Some of the symptoms that our loved ones face can make you feel embarrassed or shame or just what is happening. And when you can hear other people's stories and relate to them, you may not ever meet that person. Hopefully you do through our events, but you may not ever meet them. But just knowing that they exist and knowing that it's not something that you struggle with solely in this world is huge. I know it's been big for me to know that I'm not the only one that has an immense amount of guilt for being gene negative or not knowing my place in the world of HD when I'm gene negative, to not want to talk about my grief and pain because the person I love with HD or the people that I love with HD, they have it worse than me. And so sometimes I feel guilty about that. And I know that other people in my same position have those same feelings. And without having that relatability, it would be very isolating, more so than it already is. So I think there's just two different ways that we try to make sure to spread awareness during May. It's not just our community or for the reasons that some people may think that we're doing it for. It's for relatability and for public impact and knowledge through the community.
Yeah. An awareness that I've observed about our community over the years, almost 2 decades, is resilience. And I think a lot of times we don't realize like how resilient we are as a community. And over the last 2 decades, just reporting, hearing, and then having to report back to our community, just drug trial failures and loss, and another one of our JHDers passed away, or one of our loved ones passed away, or all these losses that we feel as a community as a whole together. We are resilient, and that is the one thing that I have become the most aware about our community through this advocacy journey of mine, is just the resilience is so incredible that we just keep going, and we support each other through that, through highs and lows. And I've never known a community like this before, that is so resilient when we shouldn't have to be, but we really have no other choice.
We just don't have a choice. We're stuck in this up and down, this yin and yang of I love these people so much, so I have to be resilient, or I am impacted by HD. I have to be resilient. And
Yeah.
it definitely gives us, I love this community more than anything and
Yeah.
any other community, but it's also just such a struggle to
Yeah.
be
No,
resilient. You know?
100%. And I think like my last thing as I think about HD awareness, how much, and I know this is not fast enough. Trust me, I know, because I have 3 children at risk. Katrina's watching her brother lived through HD the whole journey, and then all her family members. We know that we aren't, I feel all the time the guilt, we're not doing enough. We're not working fast enough. We're not working hard enough. But what I've seen the changes from 2 decades ago to today in one, the nonprofits, right? So there were so many gaps, communication gaps. And it was just gosh, 2 decades ago, it was not fun, like trying to figure out information about HD. But I really know with obviously technology, but really with these HD organizations, Help for HD, HDSA, HDYO, HD Reach, we've come together as these grassroots patient organizations that start out and where we are now, but we really have built what I think I'm proud of compared to what we had back then. I know we could be doing more and I know we could be doing better and hold us accountable. But I do think that change has been so incredible to watch and watch the orgs come together, working with HDO, working with HD Reach, working with HDSA, and working with all of us trying to figure out how we can work together on the common goal to support our community. And then finally, my last thought is I leave HD Awareness Month with hope that we continue to find the keys to unlock the answers that need to be unlocked. And we have. 2 decades ago, we were talking about CoQ10 enzyme. We were talking about creatine. We were talking about Dynabomb. For God's sakes, we were talking about blueberries. And now we are talking about gene therapy and modifying disease therapies and CRISPR and ASOs and all these words, mesenchymal stem cells and all these words we can't even pronounce. But it's changed so much. And I really do think that I hope that change continues, and I hope that it continues with urgency and fast speed to relieve our loved ones from the pain that they have to endure right now. But I think for our awareness as a community that science is evolving and it's changing very fast. We are almost to the top of that hill that we've all been climbing for so long. And so I think we keep that in mind as an awareness that even though we still do not have a therapy, we are close.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So any final thoughts?
I think we nailed it. I think we're good to go and just continue to spread awareness in your little local ways or your large platforms, whatever way that you can.
Every way matters. Every single
Yep.
thing matters. Perfect. All right. So we keep the awareness going year round, but congratulations to Help for HD, Katrina and Jamie for really pushing, Katrina for really pushing this campaign this year and once again getting 31 videos done and boxes out to hundreds of people around the nation. For that, thank you, Katrina, and congratulations to another year of Help for HD, spreading awareness the way we do every year. And let's hope for the day that we don't have to spread awareness anymore because one, people know, or two, we have a cure and therapies and we're in a different place.